Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Harihi Om to everyone else. We are in the final stage of sadhana according to Kaivalya Upanishad. So, if we consider the 23rd and 24th mantra, Na bhumirapo na chavanirasti na chanilo mesti na chambarancha evam viditva paramatmarupam guhashayam nishkalamadvitiyam samasta sakshim sadasadvihinam prayati shuddham paramatmarupam. Here is the style of, Kaivalya Upanishad is so precise, so brief, so deep. Everything it has covered, all inclusion, all exclusion. Here, negation is going on, that for me there is neither the earth nor water, nor fire, nor air, nor space or ether. See, this statement is essential in removing a natural doubt that might rise in the rational intellect of any serious student. He may concede in his devotion for and his faith in his teacher that such a transcendental experience may be possible subjectively in the individual. But the objective world has an independent experience apart from the subjective experience of the individual. आप ब्रह्मज्ञानी हो गया, लेकिन सारे जगत तो नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि ब्रह्मज्ञान पूरा ही सब्जेक्टिव है. It's my own experience, my own knowledge. But what about the whole entire external world? It will be in its same state. That's the point over here. So, but the objective world has an independent experience apart from the subjective experience of the individual. One may annihilate one's own mind. Do you know annihilation? Destroying everything, leaving nothing. That is called annihilation. So, one may annihilate one's own mind, but thereby has not annihilated the great elements and their manifestations. What happens to them? Maybe this transcendental experience is only the subjective divine mode, lived only during the still hours of one's meditation within oneself. The gross world of objects will be staggeringly waiting, solidly rooted in its own reality in the without. Yesterday or day before yesterday, one question came to me that if everything is the expression of the Brahman, then what about killer and the killed, destroyer and the destroyed? So here is the answer. Please pay attention. To remove this idea, the teacher negates the very existence of the five great elements here. Please note that the enumeration of the five elements is from the grossest to the subtlest. पंचभौतिक जो जगत है उसके पीछे पंच तन्मात्रा भी तो है. हम लोग जो आकाश, वायु, अग्नि, जलम या तो पृथ्वी, मतलब सारे सॉलिड थिंग्स, हम लोग जो भी देखे ये तो ग्रॉस है, लेकिन सटल के सिवा तो ग्रॉस नहीं हो सकता. क्लियर? So, to remove this idea, the teacher negates the very existence of the five great elements here. The enumeration of the five elements is from the grossest to the subtlest. Like, grossest to the subtlest means earth, water, fire, air, space. Clear? The significance is quite evident. The grossest earth, which has its own property of smell, has got all the properties of all other elements. In space, there is Shabda Guna, sound is there. आकाश की गुण है शब्द. आकाश से स्थूल है वायु, then space, the air is grosser. So the attributes of air is sound and touch, sparsha. Then akashad vayuhu, vayor agnihi. From air, the fire came. So fire's original attribute is form. But there another two attributes are there of the subtle thing, like sound and touch. Then akashad vayo vayor agnihi, agnir apaha. Means from fire, water came. So water's attribute is rasa, the liquidity. But it has another three things: shabda, sound, touch, and form. Then advyaf prithvi, from water the solid earth has come out. So there are five things are there: shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, and gandha. Though the smell is the actual property of the earth, but it's all inclusive of five things. Understood? the significance is quite evident. Now the thing is, the grossest art, which has its own property of smell, has also got all the properties of all the other elements and is therefore perceivably by all the sense organs in us. Our ear can perceive the sound. The skin can perceive the touch. The eyes perceive the form. The tongue perceive the taste. And nose perceive the smell. Now, they are all art principle. The subtlest of the elements is space with its own properties, sound, and we know that space is a concept of the intellect. You can't define space. Because I am the Akasha everywhere. Suppose I am opening my mouth, there is Akasha. In my intestine, there is Akasha. So we, when we make any house or build any house, space management, how to utilize the space. Actually, space accommodates us, not we accommodate the space. Clear? Thus, so long as we are identifying with our intellect and functioning through it, we cannot stand apart from the concept of space, nor we can reach a state of complete and absolute silence. Because our main problem is the association with mind and intellect. And the biggest problem is identifying ourselves with them. So sound, suppose sound is the property of space. In Savikalpaka Samadhi, means in meditations, till the last, sound is a sense of disturbance that you cannot avoid. Even in the Savikalpaka Samadhi, there is sound. When the sound is transcended, you have transcended your individuality. The main problem is sense of individuality. One monk, he left his home and did some Vedanta studies, started with meditation in the heart of Kolkata. He found that this is a metropolitan city. It's not possible to meditate over here. A lot of sound, a lot of distraction. So he purchased a ticket, went to Haridwar for doing meditation and spiritual sadhana. The bank of Ganga, he heard always the chirping of birds and human beings and everything else. And apart from that, Hare Krishna, that Hare Krishna also was disturbing him. Then he thought, I will go to Uttarkashi. Same problem, because Uttarkashi is very crowded. he shifted or moved from Uttarkashi to Gangotri. There is also Ganga temple and so many pilgrims and all those things. He decided that he will go to Gomukh. There is nothing. He sat. He heard some birds are chirping little. He moved to Nandanvan. Oh, it was wonderful, but very cold, shivering cold. And he sat for meditation. Oh. When he was uttering Om, it was okay. But when in the silence, he heard the sound of the water. And it is manageable, but the chirping of the bird, kichir, michir, kichir, michir. So he started moving further. In between, one Mahatma was coming from that room. He asked him, "Where are you going?" "I don't know, but I am looking for a peaceful place where there is no sound." Now, what happened? So he narrated his whole journey from Kolkata to Nandanban. Lastly, he told that the sound of kichir michir of the bird, the chirping sound disturbs me. The Mahatma told, "Oh, my dear son, stop the chirping inside of your mind. Man ki kichir michir pehle band karo." We are verily identified with our mind and intellect. And with that identified mind and intellect, if we want to negate the whole world, it's not possible. Because world is innocent. We perceive it through mind and intellect, and we give our reaction through it. Keeping up the individuality that I am Divakar Chaitanya, I am this body, I am this so and so of Chinmay mission. Divakar Chaitanya is Satya, then a whole world is Mithya. It's a joke. First, Divakar Chaitanya should be negated. All the attachment of Divakar Chaitanya with the name, fame, body, form, everything else. Then no need to exclude world. The world will be excluded automatically. No need to negate the world external. That will be negated automatically. Khandana bhava bandhana bandhana vanditama. First, the internal negation is needed. And it's possible. Yesterday, some of my students was suffering from some disease and a lot of pain. Lot of pain. No other medicines were working. And I got a call. I was one with that person. I also started crying with that person. I also felt the same pain. Then I slowly reminded that person that, see, when any medicine is not working, we as the Vedantic student have the supreme medicine in our hand. Apply Vedanta. This is the time to apply. The medicine should be taken when we are diseased. I have never seen the very healthy person is eating paracetamol with the breakfast. When there is some problem, then generally people take the medicine. Vedanta is our real life and real medicine, the hardcore real medicine. The person asked me, is it possible? Two very incident, I told that person. First one was of Swami Turiyanandaji. He was a great Vedantist. He was in Varanasi. And suddenly, there is a development of carbuncle on his back. And carbuncle has deadly pain. Deadly pain. So doctor decided to operate. When doctor told that operation is needed, Swamiji was not ready. But sometimes Bhagavan is paratantra. अगर घर में भगवान को बिठा लिया तो परतंत्र है. Whenever you will offer food, he will eat. When you will change his dress, that will be changed. When you will give him the bath or shower, he will take. Likewise, the Swamis or the Mahatmas who has their own sevaka or devotees, that Swami remains bound by the love of that devotees. Devotees has many desires to see that Swami in that dress. We also used to decorate our Guruji with the feather cock, sometimes turban, sometimes giving the flute in his hand that Guruji, please hold it. We want to see you in the form of Krishna. And Guruji was like a baby. He used to entertain our desire, So devotees started telling to Turiyanandaji, Swamiji, please you go through the operation. Swamiji agreed. Doctor told anesthesia is required. He told, I am the man of consciousness. Because Turiyanandaji was the staunch Vedantist. Staunch Vedantist. He was famous in the whole Kashi, means Varanasi. He told, when you will do your operation, you will just inform me. I will lift my mind from the body. Doctor told, it's a long hours. Told, okay, no problem. And he told to the sevaka that how to utter some mantras or something else as he can get up. And before operation, doctor told or informed Swamiji, Swami Turiyanandaji, that Maharaj, I'm going to operate. Told, okay. And doctor started operation. It's a 3-4 hours operation. And doctor was literally crying. Then when everything is over, it was fully dressed. Seva came and informed Maharaj and wake Maharaj up. It's okay. On the next day, doctor came and suddenly touched that place and told, see what happened. And Swamiji was just, screamed in deadly pain. What are you doing? Then doctor just smiled that yesterday I did so much big operation, and you were so calm and quiet as if nothing happened. And today I'm just checking the condition of that, and you are screaming like that. He told, my dear, yesterday at the time of operation, I lifted my mind, means I lifted the sense of attachment, the sense of oneness with this body. But today I am in the normal transactional plane. There everything is there. So applying Vedanta is possible. I have witnessed one Swami, one Guru. So he was suffering from the cancer in pancreas. Horrible thing. I have seen that there was the blood infusion. And from the bottom, there was a pipe by which the blood was coming from the body. And it was terribly painful. Doctors were always there because Swamiji may leave or might leave his mortal body. I was there for 7 days. I have seen at that particular time, Swamiji used to sit in a special chair and used to bless the devotees with a smiling face. Doctor asked him, how is it possible? There is no pain. I have heard, believe me, I have witnessed this situation. Swamiji told, yes, terrible pain may be there, but the pain belongs to the body. And I am not that body. Body has problem, he is suffering. If mind is associated with that body, feels oneness with that body, then mind will suffer. Why should I? Neither I am the body, nor I am the mind. See, why I am telling, this is possible. This application is possible in our own life. Vedanta is not a vague mere theory. It's a hardcore practical thing. But with our misunderstanding, we don't know how to apply it. But first, you have to adopt it. That how to apply Vedanta. Because Vedanta is a weapon or it's a medicine. So before applying the medicine, you have to know the science of the medicine. That is why, except doctor or pharmacist, nobody can prescribe or give the medicine. When there is the weapon in the hand of the army or soldier, we feel peaceful in our mind. But when the same weapon is in the hand of the terrorist, we become frightened because he doesn't know how to apply it. So first we have to be eligible to adopt that knowledge, and through Guru we have to know how to apply this knowledge. If Vedanta is truth, then Vedanta's declaration is also truth. That Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. I am Ananda Swarup. I am Chit Swarup. I am Sat Swarup. The whole world is Mithya. The whole world is just superimposed in me. But first, eligibility is needed. When, suppose, if you want to take admission in a medical college, you have to eligible for that. You have to go through some studies and that. When you will get a registration as a registered doctor, you must acquire some eligibility. Then only you can treat the person. So here our eligibility is sadhana chatushtaya. Sadhana chatushtaya sampanna adhikari. Viveka vairagya samadama uparama. Titiksha shraddha samadha. And mumukshutva. We have to be qualified enough. Then only we can adopt Vedanta. Vedanta is not only the theme of, yesterday another phone call came. One person is 25 years alone because he lost his wife. Now his sons, daughter-in-laws, all are there. All the young folk. And among them, he is the old one. He told Swamiji, with the Vedantic knowledge only, I can happily adjust them and I fit with them. So you have to know how to apply Vedanta in your life. Vedanta is the only solution, the permanent solution of all worldly problems. There is no other solution. Please believe in that. Hari Om Tat Sat.